The phone call rang at about 10 o'clock in the morning. Our oldest son, Ezra, had been down at Hewlin Mall with some of his friends, and the people who called were his friends to tell us that Ezra had some type of a medical event. Ezra was 23. We were sitting there thinking, how bad could it be? Jill and I got in the truck. We started driving down to the hospital, and the phone rang once again, and the voice on the other line said, Ezra passed away. We told ourselves everything was going to be okay, but we knew we had a long, hard road ahead of us, not just because of us, but then Ezra had 2 younger brothers and helping them deal with the situation. So we went down to the hospital. We didn't stay really that long, and I started thinking, praying to God, God, I'm calling on you right now. I need you. I have never experienced grief of this magnitude. We finally made it back home. And when we got home, there were close to 50 friends, fellow church members, family in our home. They had ordered like 15 pizzas. It was so comforting to know that we had a support system that was already in place before that tragedy ever happened, to where we could lean on them at that time.
A while back, Chuck kept telling us that we needed to join a life group. That first week, we were in shock. We didn't know what to do. They covered us with food, with love, with everything before my neighborhood could even step in. And they wanted to help too, but they're like, oh, your life group has it for a month or whatever.
I told our campus pastor, as we were planning for Ezra's memorial service, I said, I don't know how people who are unbelievers deal with this type of tragedy and loss, because for those people, it's all over.
It's done.
It's done. They will never see that relative or loved one or child again. That's the huge advantage of being a Christ follower, is that because Christ died, we are promised that one day when we die, we will immediately be transported into heaven, and we will live with God for eternity. And if, as a Christian, as a believer, if you don't believe that, what are we doing? Why do we go to church on Sunday mornings and stand up and sing, thank you, God, for saving my soul? I mean, when the rubber meets the road, if you don't believe that, you will be in heaven one day because you're a Christ follower, then church is really pointless. I believe that the point of going to church is to develop faith in God and form a relationship with Jesus Christ, so that when you do face trials and tribulations in life, you have that rock-solid relationship to fall back on. But then church is made up of people. So we come to church to serve, but then also be served in return. And when you get yourself involved in a small group, or you get yourself involved in a ministry, and you get to know people at a level beyond just 10:30 on Sunday mornings, it changes your life. And that's what church is about.